Hello 9th class students. Today we will discuss about the topic diffusion and osmosis. But before that, let's understand the cell permeability. As you know that a cell wall has its outer covering that is known as cell membrane, and that cell membrane have three distinct features. The first is permeability, second is semi-permeability, and then we have selective permeability. So let's understand what permeability is. In permeability case, diffusion of gases take place along the membrane through the concentration gradient. It means that gases can flow across the membrane without any hurdle. So, permeability occurs in the cases of gases, especially in O2 and CO2. Then we have semi-permeability. Semi-permeability means when a membrane has small pores and it allows only water molecules and prevent the passage of solute from it. Then it's known as semi-permeable. Then we have selective permeability. Selective permeability means when a cell membrane has some carrier proteins and only the selected substances are passed through its membrane. So this is the permeability. This topic is essential for understanding of osmosis and diffusion. So let's focus on osmosis and diffusion now. Diffusion means movement of ions, substances or molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. A very good example of this process diffusion is that take a beaker, fill it with the water and put a drop of ink from the side of it. You will see that the molecules of the ink flows from one end to the another and the whole water covered with the ink. So this is the diffusion when molecules move from higher concentration to the lower concentration. So process of diffusion is not so difficult that it doesn't understand, but osmosis is little bit confusing. So let's focus on what's osmosis. But before understanding the osmosis, let's see what is concentration. So again, take a beaker, fill it with water and put a spoon of salt in it. So the concentration of salt, the amount of salt is known as the concentration of salt, and amount of water is known as the concentration of water. I hope that concentration word is now clear to you. Now let's focus on the process osmosis. Again, take a beaker to understand osmosis. Take a beaker, put a semi-permeable membrane in it. Now we know that what is semi-permeable. Semi-permeable means that it allows only the passage of water molecules through it, not the ions or another solute particles. Okay, so this is semi-permeable membrane. Take water in equal amount in both the A and B. Let us take this is A compartment, this is B compartment. Then put a spoon of salt in this compartment A. We add only 1 spoon here and we add here 3 spoons. Okay. So we can say that the concentration of salt here is low. And in compartment B, concentration of salt is high. Okay, so solute concentration is low here and solute concentration is high here. Now what about the water concentration? Water concentration is high in compartment A and water concentration in compartment B is low. Okay. So we know that as this concentration of salt is known as the osmotic solution. We can call it as osmotic solution. So the osmotic solution of compartment A is low and water concentration is high. So as we know that the movement is also always take from high to low. So the water concentration is high here and water concentration is low there. So the movement of the water molecule take place from A to B. because the movement always take place from high to low. So when a movement of water molecule take place from high concentration to low concentration across a semi-permeable membrane, it is called the osmosis, and osmosis does not allow the solute particles with it. Now we have a three situations with us. We have three solutions with us. First is hypotonic solution. Hypotonic, it has less osmotic concentration. Now you people understand that less osmotic concentration means it has high water concentration. Less osmotic, high water concentration. Okay. So let's take a beaker and it has a solution in it and we place the cell in it. We know that this solution has less osmotic concentration and high water concentration. So here is the outside the cell is a high water concentration. So high water concentration and cell has less water concentration. So water moves from high to low and the cell swells up, because water enters from outside to the inside the cell. Another situation we have isotonic solution, in which there is same concentration as that of another solution. So if we place a cell in the same concentration, there is no difference in the concentration gradient, then there is no movement of no movement of the solution. So the size of the cell remains the same because the isotonic has same concentration. Now last we have hypertonic. Hypertonic is just opposite of hypotonic. It has high osmotic concentration and low water concentration. So again we place the cell in a hypertonic solution, then what happens? It has high osmotic concentration and low water concentration. So water is low outside. Now water from the cell moves outside. Now what happens? Size of the cell now shrinks. Okay. So this is all about osmosis and diffusion. I hope that now all the topics are clear to you.